Okay. Well, here we are again. Outthinking the thoughtless. Alan. It's very hot out in the garage. That's why there's the sound of a fan blowing in the distance. Usually I try to get over it for a few seconds. But not this time. Sometimes you get to thinking about life so hard that all you end up thinking about is death. I don't know if death is infinite or endless, or just a big empty void. But I do know this. I like ice cream. Especially on Thursdays. Too hard to think. Hello, Liberty. Liberty! Know what happens to us after we live? Well, I think I know, but I think everybody should come up with their own idea. But I would love to hear your idea. And hello to you, Windclaw. And hello to you, Team Quackataka. And hello to you, Eshishish. No, 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 no. Eshishish. No, 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 no. Appreciate the company. I got these new pens today, so I'm just trying them out. I think I'm drawing some kind of bird orgy or something like that. I don't know if the plot thickens or not, but if it does, it's going to be right here in about 2 seconds. So hold on to your butts. I like these pens. They remind me of better times. Right before I went to college. When I still had freedom in my heart. I lost it when I went to Las Vegas. I gambled it all away. I lost it all in a gambling weekend. Just a big gamble. I took a gamble. I lost. But unfortunately, so did my entire family. All of them. All 379 of them. We were sharing a hotel room to cut down on expenses. And we got found out by the mafia. Well, I'm the only one that survived, let's just say that. Anybody have any questions? Windclaw, you are an angel and a scholar. You are an angel, a scholar, and a merciful deity. The one that none of us want, but perhaps we deserve. I was born here. Not too long ago now. About 379 years ago. Or months. You do the math. I was never good at it. There was this one time though where I counted to 10. I held my breath, I lit the candles, and I said the name 5 times. In the mirror, in the dark. I had a witness. And even though the devil came out of the woodwork, nobody still believed me. And that's why I've been dancing in the dark ever since, you see. La-di-do-do-do. Something like that. I like to think that I made a difference. And even if I didn't, maybe I learned some kind of lesson. But in the end I realized that apparently I love cavities because I've got tons of them. It's like I'm a collector of cavities. Like tooth cavities. I'm a cavitarian, if you will. And if you won't. But this is where I belong. Alone, locked up in the dark. Without a piss or a pot, or a log or a spot. That's what my granddaddy used to say. Until 10 minutes ago. Gotta be careful not to smudge it. Good answer, Liberty. Good answer. I can dig it. I can dig it. Well, look who it is. It's me nemesis, Mr. Stiggs. The Litz himself. How's it going, Hugo? Would you like a hug? Hugo. I made that up just now. I thought you'd be proud. It's been a while, my friend. I hope you are well. You keep me on my toes, my friend. You keep me on my toes. My toe thumbs, that is. You keep me fresh. You keep me like a flower, like a daisy made of butterfly poop. And I so damn golly gosh darn dang appreciate it, my friend. You don't even want to see my feet. It's disgusting down there. But I will do anything for a click, for a like, especially for a subscribe. I will jump off a mountain for a sub. They used to call me this. For that reason, they used to call me the subatomic. You had to watch out for me a mile away. I was a dangerous little cracker. I was a cracker, little cracker. I guess I still am. I still am. Very much a cracker still. I crack under the pressure. I'm white as a cracker. I don't know what else how I can. What were we talking about? Huh? I don't know, but I want to be there. No teeth. I was drawing with all these new pens found that were pigmented, but they were different brands. And I was doing these big drawings, and as they dried, I realized that the ink does not match at all with the other pens, and I thought it did. And so some of the ink looks super brown, and others is so black it's almost like purple. And they're in this drawing, and it's very jarring. And that's all. That's it. Look at this little devil. You always want to draw little devils smiling, grinning, laughing, or swimming. Preferably in that order, as they prefer. Otherwise, they're bound to haunt you a little bit. Plus, there is such thing as a trickster. We've all got a little trickster in us. Or at least we know how to recognize it when it comes out of the trickster word work over here. Oh, I forgot. People are writing stuff. Do you envy people who don't care to know the answers? That's a good question too, Liberty. Life is short. Who cares? I envy people for their seemingly because I assume that they're naive in a way to life in the big picture, kind of on the big scale, on the big stage kind of way. I feel lonely a lot of the time because everything is the big picture for me. Otherwise, what's the point? And a lot of people aren't geared like that, aren't wired like that. And the hardest thing about life is knowing that, sometimes you're just never gonna. You can wish things were a certain way, but life has other plans, and it doesn't care about your feelings. I used to believe in really almost like childish stuff that kind of morphed into other things. But I used to think I could like fly and stuff like Peter Pan if I had just concentrated on it. But now I'm hearing all this new stuff about how important like psycho, um, like the what do they call it? The psych. I forget what they call them. With the UAP phenomenon, there's these people who can communicate with these crafts and stuff. So, oh, it's a psionic. They're psionics. So I mean, there is a lot going on in the minds, but I was always ridiculed for my beliefs and how deep I thought the mind could go. And I was never really allowed to explore it throughout my childhood, or too afraid to, maybe. Tried to fit in. Tried to fit in. I tried to fit in with everybody. And I didn't fit in with anybody. Not even myself. So that's why when I make art, I don't compromise. People have asked me to, or told me that I should do this or do that or whatever, but something in me just never, I'll never, like I always say, and like y'all should know already, the best thing you can be is yourself. Or try to be yourself, or be allowed to be yourself, you know? Even if that means you still have to find yourself, or especially if it means that. And don't let anybody ever stand in your way. But I'll be damned if anybody's ever gonna come between me and my art. It's the only thing I got. It's the only thing I've ever had, all the time. They couldn't take that shit away from me. They tried. Short answer, yes. I'm just rambling. And I agree with Hugo. Life is very short. And that's why it's so important to do the things you love. And be passionate about it. On my bed anymore, and now they just sit there staring at me, all sad looking. I have to say, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard. Is there nothing you can do? Is there no way that you can compromise? I used to sleep with my dogs, and they were like ranch dogs. They'd mostly sleep in the kennel and stuff, you know, but I got ticks because of my dogs. My dad would work graveyard shifts at the cop shop, and as soon as he would leave, you know, we'd go and let our dogs out, and they'd come inside and sleep with me, and I'd always sleep in the living room and fall asleep watching TV. This is like when I was in the 5th and 6th grade and stuff. My dad would, my dad was a cop, and he would leave, and my older brother, and I would go out into the horse trailers and like smoke cigarettes and stuff. And we lived out in like acreage where nobody could see us, and my brother would hide us in the horse trailer because he was afraid somebody from the road or like our neighbor like a mile away would see the cigarette, like the light of the cigarettes and stuff. I guess with my dad, you had to be paranoid, that's for sure. But my bro was like super careful, like a frickin' mastermind criminal careful, like Lex Luthor careful. This dude. Having a cop for a dad was kind of uh, interesting. My uncle was like a Green Beret and undercover narcotics agent cop guy in California, and gnarly dude. It's like only a few people in this world that terrify me, and he's one of them. It's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, no, you've killed people. Yep, you've killed people. I was raised by a bunch of cowboys with guns. Bunch of cops, sheriffs, lawmen. My brother and I were always the little criminals, stealing stuff and shoplifting and doing all sorts of crazy stuff ever since we were children. My brother got me into like the worst trouble. It's interesting to think back now. They all thought that he was gonna grow up to be like a serial killer or something. I guess it still could, I guess. He's got potential. He's got time. Huge beanbag chair. Are you close with my brother? No. We don't talk. I'm not close with many people, to be honest. But I know a lot of it's my own doing. Most of it, probably. I'm a hard nut to cracker. I'm a. Uh, I think I've said it before too, but my stepdad is like a, you know, Mexican American dude. So he's the complete opposite of my dad. And so like I was raised by two dudes from the opposite ends of the spectrum as far as the justice, the world of criminal justice is concerned. So my stepbrothers and then my whole step family was quite an influence on my. I was the youngest out of all of them. I have like five siblings, and they're all older than me. But So I've been doing pretty crazy, stupid things ever since I was a very, very young child because of them. I just never wanted to be I never wanted to be boring. Let's just say that. I don't know when I decided it, but it was early on. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna be boring. And like I said earlier, they tried to get it out of me, but they failed. Or maybe they were right. I don't know. Focusing on the things, focusing on those things is very important. I agree. Or at least finding, because it's like you always know that they're there, even when you're, you know, um, down and out or whatever. But you need to. It's hard to focus on them. It's easy to get wrapped up in your own self, which is it's important to untangle, but it's also important to remember that everybody's in the same boat, just in a different seat. And just, I don't know, cutting other people's slack and yourself slack is really hard too, but it's super important. It's also important just to ask heavy questions. That way you know exactly where you stand in this weird-ass existence that we call life. Damn. This pen is a little bit difficult. I see eyeballs everywhere. And goose pimples. Look, here comes one now. It's not true. Where was I? don't know what's happening, but it's happening fast. Everybody, hold on to your butts. Hold on to your butts. Whoa, hold on to your butts. All right. And now let go of your butts and let them go. Let them flap around in the bungalow. I don't know. I'm just making it up as well. I tried. I failed. I gotta keep the music down because, to be honest, I'm not even supposed to be in this garage. I mow the lawn for the people that live here and they're gone. They said they were going to the lake and they were gonna be back by 8. They're still not back yet. But I'm in their garage. So if they're home any minute, the door's gonna open, it's gonna get really loud in here, and you're probably gonna hear some gunshots. But it's okay, I can dodge bullets. I'm really good at dodging bullets. But they do have dogs. And I'm a sucker for a big, cute, fluffy dog. So I'll probably bend down to pet the dog. And yes, I will get shot. At least that's what the Oracle told me. Luckily for me, I have a choice. I can go back to the source, start over, or I can keep going and get shot. I think I'm gonna keep going. Someone told me once, always go forward no matter what, even if you're gonna get shot. And I believe them. I tattooed that on the small of my back, just so I would never forget those words. That's how important it is to me. Things are getting a little funky down there. I don't mind a little funk if you guys don't. That sounded bad. I don't care. I meant every word, every syllable. Every gosh darn syllable. Looks like a little bat hanging in the barn. We used to get those a lot. In the barns that we lived in, we had bats. Always liked bats. got lost in the moment for a moment. I like the little bird there. Alright, the fan just turned off. Poor little bird man. Alright. That is my cue. I love y'all. Thank you for the attention and the company and all that fun stuff. What is that? I was gonna play a song for you really quick before you go. It's kind of a funny one. In an ironically sad, dark kind of way. I want to live in a world made of gold. I want to go into my days and never get old. I don't want to drink water to survive anymore. I don't want to eat anything but my enemies, 'cause that's what love is for. It's art and it's food and it's for me, but mostly you. And it's art for them and us, but mostly you. Art is for them, not really for me, 'cause I can't eat it to survive. Art is okay in my book, 'cause I don't want to eat anybody to survive. No more. Alright. I wrote that song back in 1972 during the Great Depression. And it was everybody liked it a lot. Didn't go anywhere. But there was this one person who liked it, and I think it was my mom. Thanks, Mom. Love you. Alright, everybody. You be safe out there in La La Land. Love the one you're with. Cut yourself some slack. Try to be yourself. And just know that I love you. I love you very much. Goodbye now.